Did you know that a recent study found that 64% of adults over 65 who maintain an active intimate relationship report significantly higher levels of overall happiness and life satisfaction? Yet many couples find that as they age, physical intimacy becomes more challenging, leading to frustration and even relationship strain. My wife and I experienced this firsthand when I turned 67 and she was 65. What used to come naturally suddenly felt complicated, uncomfortable, and sometimes even discouraging. The truth is, after 65, our bodies change in ways that can affect intimacy, from hormonal shifts and mobility issues to medication side effects and changes in energy levels. And the worst part? Most couples don't talk about these challenges, suffering in silence instead of finding solutions that could transform their relationship. In this video, I am sharing 4 bedroom hacks that completely revitalized our physical relationship after 65. These aren't just theoretical suggestions. They're practical, tested approaches that have helped thousands of senior couples rediscover the joy of physical connection. Some might surprise you and others might be simpler than you expect. Stay with me until the end, because the last hack is something my wife and I discovered completely by accident, yet it has been the most powerful change we've made, and it doesn't require any special equipment or medical interventions. Now, let us get started with the first bedroom hack that can transform your intimate relationship after 65. Sarsuin Hack 1. Reimagining timing and energy management. The first hack that revolutionized our physical relationship was completely reimagining when intimacy happens. For decades, most of us grew accustomed to evening intimacy, after work, after dinner, before sleep. But after 65, energy levels naturally shift. Many of us find ourselves exhausted by 9 p.m., regardless of interest or desire. This mismatch between interest and energy can lead to disappointment and even relationship tension. Take Michael and Linda, for example. Both in their late 60s, they found themselves in a frustrating cycle. Michael would fall asleep almost immediately after dinner, while Linda would feel disappointed and rejected. When they did try for evening intimacy, both felt too tired to fully enjoy the experience. The solution was surprisingly simple. They shifted intimacy to morning or mid-afternoon. For many seniors, energy levels peak earlier in the day. Hormone levels, particularly testosterone, which affects drive in both men and women, are naturally higher in the morning. Blood pressure is typically more stable, and joint stiffness is often reduced after you have been awake and moving. Here is how to implement this hack effectively. 1. Identify your energy peaks. Pay attention to when you both feel most physically energetic and mentally present. 2. Schedule intentional connection time during these energy peaks. This doesn't always need to lead to full intimacy. Sometimes it might be just cuddling or massage. 3. Create a morning routine that supports intimacy, perhaps starting with gentle stretching together, a warm shower, or even just bringing coffee back to bed and spending 15 extra minutes together. 4. If mornings don't work, consider weekend afternoons when there is less pressure and more time. What we found was that by simply shifting when we connected physically, both quality and frequency improved dramatically. And interestingly, this change created a positive ripple effect throughout our entire relationship. We started communicating better and feeling more connected throughout the day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment Morning Magic below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now let us move forward to hack number 2. Hack 2. Comfort engineering for aging bodies. The second hack that transformed our physical relationship was what I call comfort engineering, strategically adapting our environment and approach to accommodate the reality of aging bodies. Many couples try to maintain the same positions and approaches they used in their younger years, which can lead to discomfort, pain, and eventually avoidance of intimacy altogether. As we age, joint stiffness, reduced flexibility, and other physical changes can make traditional approaches to intimacy uncomfortable or even painful. Consider Robert and Jean, both in their early 70s. Robert had developed arthritis in his hips, while Jean had undergone knee replacement surgery. Their attempts at intimacy often ended in discomfort or pain, leading to frustration, and eventually they simply stopped trying. The solution wasn't to give up, it was to redesign their approach with their current bodies in mind. Here is how to implement comfort engineering in your relationship. 1. Supportive props make a tremendous difference. Firm pillows strategically placed to support joints, especially knees, hips, and backs, can transform comfort levels. Memory foam wedges designed specifically for intimacy support are available and can be game changers. 2. Experiment with positions that minimize strain. Side-by-side positions often reduce pressure on joints and the cardiovascular system. Standing positions with support from furniture can reduce strain on knees and hips. 3. Warmth matters more than you might think. Warm muscles and joints are more flexible and less painful. Consider a warm shower together beforehand, using heating pads on stiff joints 20 minutes before intimacy, or simply ensuring the room is comfortably warm. 4. Timing medication appropriately can make a significant difference. If you take pain medication, timing intimacy to coincide with peak effectiveness can transform the experience. For those with more significant mobility challenges, specialized furniture designed for intimacy exists and can be life-changing. These aren't a TE just for people with disabilities. They are for anyone who wants to enhance comfort and reduce strain. What surprised us most about this approach was how much more relaxed and present we both became once physical discomfort was addressed. When you were not worried about pain or positioning, you can focus on connection and pleasure instead. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment "Comfort Matters" below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell. Now let us move forward to hack number 3. Therefore, hack 3. Redefining intimacy beyond traditional expectations. The third hack that saved our physical relationship was completely redefining what successful intimacy means for us as a senior couple. Many of us grew up with very narrow definitions of what constitutes real or successful intimate encounters. These limited perspectives can create unnecessary pressure and disappointment, especially as our bodies naturally change with age. Consider Eleanor and Thomas, married for 45 years. After Thomas developed heart problems and was prescribed medication that affected his ability to perform traditionally, they found themselves increasingly distant, both feeling like failures despite their deep love for each other. The breakthrough came when they expanded their definition of intimacy beyond traditional expectations. Here is how to implement this mindset shift. 1. Recognize that intimacy encompasses far more than one specific act. Physical closeness, sensual touch, and emotional connection are all valid and fulfilling forms of intimacy. 2. Focus on pleasure and connection rather than performance. When the goal becomes mutual enjoyment, rather than reaching specific milestones, the experience transforms. 3. Communicate openly about what feels good now, not what used to work years ago. Our bodies change, and so do our sources of pleasure and connection. 4. Explore sensual massage, extended foreplay, and other touch-focused activities as complete experiences rather than merely preliminary steps. For many couples, this expanded definition of intimacy actually leads to more frequent and more satisfying connections. Without the pressure of specific expectations, both partners can relax and truly enjoy the experience. What we discovered was truly liberating. By releasing outdated expectations, we actually experienced deeper connection and greater satisfaction than we had in years. The focus shifted from performance to presence, from achieving to experiencing. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment "new definitions" below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now let us move forward to the final and most surprising hack. Zeiss Hack 4, the Intimacy Calendar, Planning for Passion. The final hack that transformed our relationship was something we discovered completely by accident, and it contradicts conventional wisdom about spontaneity and romance. It is what we call the intimacy calendar. And while it might sound clinical or unromantic at first, it has actually been the most powerful change we've made. Many of us grew up believing that physical intimacy should be spontaneous and unplanned. that scheduling it somehow makes it less special or authentic. This myth becomes increasingly problematic as we age, when energy fluctuations, medication schedules, and health considerations make spontaneity more challenging. Consider James and Margaret, both in their mid-70s. They found themselves going weeks without physical connection, not from lack of interest, but because the perfect moment never seemed to present itself. James would be interested when Margaret was tired. Margaret would be interested when James had just taken medication that made intimacy challenging. The solution that transformed their relationship was surprisingly simple. They started scheduling intimacy. Here is how to implement an intimacy calendar effectively. 1. Select specific days and times for connection, taking into account energy levels, medication timing, and other health considerations. 2. Treat these appointments as priority commitments, just as you would an important medical appointment or meeting with a friend. 3. Use the anticipation to your advantage. Knowing that Tuesday morning is your special time allows both partners to mentally and physically prepare. 4. Include variety in your planning. Some appointments might be for full intimacy, others for massage or cuddling. The key is intentional connection time. 5. Allow flexibility. Sometimes a scheduled time won't work due to unexpected health issues or other circumstances. The commitment is to reschedule, not to abandon the practice. What makes this approach so powerful is that it addresses multiple challenges simultaneously. It ensures regular connection, reduces anxiety about initiation, accommodates physical needs and limitations, and creates space for anticipation, which is a powerful element of desire at any age. For us, this practice completely transformed not just the frequency of our intimate connection, but the quality as well. Knowing we had dedicated time for each other reduced pressure during our daily interactions, while simultaneously increasing the underlying sense of connection we felt. If you were still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment "Scheduled Bliss" below to let me know you were here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. As we come to the end of this video, take a moment to reflect on the 4 hacks we've discussed. Reimagining timing based on energy levels, engineering physical comfort, expanding your definition of intimacy, and implementing an intimacy calendar. These approaches aren't just about maintaining physical connection, they're about honoring the relationship you've built over decades, adapting to the natural changes of aging, and continuing to grow together rather than apart. The most important thing to remember is that challenges with intimacy after 65 are incredibly common and completely natural. They don't reflect a failure of your relationship or your bodies. They simply require adaptability and communication. Many couples find that their intimate relationship after 65 actually becomes more satisfying than it was in earlier years. Without the pressures of career building, child rearing, and other midlife stresses, there is space to focus on connection in new and meaningful ways. The key is refusing to accept the cultural narrative that intimacy naturally ends as we age. With creativity, communication, and the willingness to adapt, physical connection can remain a vibrant, fulfilling part of your relationship well into your 80s and beyond. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these hacks. Have you tried any of them? Do you have other approaches that have worked for you? Leave a comment below and share your experience. Your insights might help another couple rediscover the joy of connection. Thank you for joining me today. Your support helps us continue creating content that addresses the real challenges and opportunities of aging. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. Remember, a fulfilling intimate relationship isn't about recapturing youth. It is about embracing the present moment with the person you've chosen to share your life with. Here is to connection at every age. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.